Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Dosha with DoshaDreamsTarot, and this is a reading for whoever needs it. I was just feeling a really strong urge. I know I've been doing, like, I've put up a couple collective readings, a couple more than I usually do, and so this is another one for whoever needs it. There's just messages from Spirit that want to come through, and, like, they will not wait. So I would, prefer to get back into the zodiac readings, y'all. Sorry, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. Basically, y'all, the way that I do these collective readings is that these are readings for anybody or everybody, right? So it can be a macro view where we're looking at humanity, or it can be a more kind of zoomed in view looking at specific situations for certain individuals who need to hear this message, okay? So this reading can be anything, y'all. Four of Swords is just standing out as kind of significant right now. Four of Swords to me really represents like taking a time out because you're not doing well. Does that make sense? The Hermit, wow. Okay, going within. All right, something has caused us to go into contemplation. For somebody out there, okay, the moon could have something to do with it, y'all. It's the, the Scorpio super moon just happened. So that energy could still be around. We've got Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords represents deception and the Knight of Wands. Interesting energy to be coming out together, wouldn't you say? I would say what this reads to me is being deceptive, okay, about some sexual subject, okay? This could be deception about intention. This can be deception about maybe what your sex life is like, what somebody's sex life is like. Some kind of deception regarding this desire, this sexual desire energy, okay? This also can, not just talking about deceiving, right? Like trying to conceal something about this. This can also just mean being a deceptive, like, playboy, basically. And not even playboy, but being deceptive and, what's the word? Judgment card in reverse. Okay, if you all aren't familiar, the Judgment card is the card of Pluto. We are in Pluto retrograde, and we will be till October of this year. Okay, so Pluto retrograde is pretty important. And I just want to say, okay, Ace of Wands. Okay, so perhaps there's this freaking Knight of Wands. I'm just laughing because I'm like, you don't get very far with this kind of energy, right? And people, if you have good standards and high boundaries, right, then the Knight of Wands energy doesn't get very far with you, right? And it certainly doesn't get very far in general, right? Like, basically I'm saying... Okay, but okay, the Nine of Wands. So I don't know why I'm reading like this. Usually I shuffle and pull the cards, but it's just really looking at the deck splits right now. In the cut, we have the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And so, okay, here's what I'm feeling. And I don't know why I'm like smiling about this. It's because like I'm trying to be lighthearted here, okay? Because this kind of energy does frustrate me usually, okay? This Knight of Wands, and especially with the Seven of Swords, it's like, yeah, that's pretty much no bueno, right? But with the Knight of Wands coming out, that's really telling me that this could be coming from a place of defensiveness. This could be coming from a place of woundedness, okay? And this could be someone you're dealing with. This could be you, right? Okay, so this is for whoever needs to hear it. This could be coming from a defensive place, okay? And so just trying to keep it surface level, keep it sexual, not get, any deeper than that, right? Because there's this wounded warrior energy coming through with the Knight of Wands. I'm just, yeah, I mean, I feel for that. That's a very real thing. Nine of Swords in reverse. the Knight of Wands still at the bottom. So maybe whoever this is, okay, in this scenario, whoever's energy this is attempting to be like this, to be flighty, or to be kind of, what's the word? Nonchalant, really, is the word that's coming through. Trying to be nonchalant is really to just decrease anxiety, because being vulnerable to a certain extent can create some anxiety. And so then, like, you know, you have difficulty, you know, sleeping and things like that. So it's kind of like, it kind of seems like a form of self-preservation, like not necessarily coming from a place that's malicious, okay? And the deceptive energy could be like trying to mask one's true feelings, but it can also be a fear of being vulnerable, right? So it's more like wearing a mask in order to protect oneself from just mental anguish is like the words that are coming to me, which is like pretty dramatic, but I mean, that's kind of what the Nine of Swords represents, right? And so it's coming out in reverse. So I almost feel like this Knight of Wands energy is just to try and help, I mean, like, it seems like a self-preservation thing, to try and keep your cool, basically. Keep yourself, you know, like, not stressed out, basically. I'm like, how do I boil this down? So, okay, we get it. Okay, so anyway, guys, so, I mean, that's a very common thing, and, like, I have a lot of sympathy for that, honestly, but I think just deceptive energy is something that, it's like, how do I explain it? I understand that it can be used as a, sorry, I'm just, yeah, there it goes again. Okay. Okay, so, I'm sorry, this is just like, okay, we have the Fool card. Sorry, I'm sliding my whole thing here. We've got the Fool card, okay, and we've got the Seven of Swords coming out again. So, here's what I'm getting. Somebody is okay, so someone's being deceptive here. We got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay? There isn't real love here. This person is impatient with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting either doesn't want to wait and also doesn't want to commit with the Hierophant in reverse. Doesn't want to wait, doesn't want to commit, being deceptive, and basically kind of sneaking off into a new beginning here. Basically, it's the way I see it. It's almost like an evolution. It's like, yeah, it's like, I don't want to commit, I don't want to wait, so here I go, off in a different direction. That's pretty much it. And then there's the Ace of Cups coming out in the upright. That's so funny to me. It almost is like, okay, I feel like this person keeps going back and forth. Like, that's what I'm getting also with the masking here and being nonchalant. This behavior of running away is actually, it's coming from a fear. And I'm getting from a fear of love. That's pretty much what I'm getting. Yep. Fear of love, basically. So they're kind of, like I said, this came out in reverse a second ago. I'm seeing it now. Like, I set the deck down and then I split it again and found the Ace of Cups again. Pretty sure that's what fucking happened. I was doing my flow, guys. So this person needs to take their blindfold off here. With this Two of Swords in reverse, it's like, you know, whoever, if you're dealing with this person, I feel like either you need to take the blindfold off and not be blocked about this situation. So it's like, just kind of see it for what it is, which is exactly this, basically, that I don't think this person is, I think they have a fear of commitment. They don't want to wait. So they're going to kind of deceptively, sneakily, like, just fucking dip. Five of Wands. The Five of Wands that was in reverse earlier, which I thought was interesting because I was like, you know, maybe like, I don't know, not wanting conflict, right? Like not wanting drama. Six of Cups in reverse. This could be somebody from your past. Maybe not the best past, potentially, with this person. Nine of Swords. Sorry, I'm just laughing because I'm like, yeah, let's just do some more of that, right? Sun card in reverse. Yep, just throw it all out the window. Yep, no problem. Basically, like, okay, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. See, this is the deal, guys, is that we can easily get frustrated with this kind of behavior. Like, I'm just saying, like, this is, from the outside looking in, especially if this is the kind of energy that you're dealing with, somebody's energy is doing this, it can be very frustrating and you can kind of think the worst of somebody. But at the end of the day, this person just has a difficult time being alone with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles is like the, you know, the single person card. In the upright, they're doing well, they've got everything they need, yada yada, right? It doesn't mean this person is doing badly. I just think it means that this person is not the best at being alone, or they don't want to be alone, right? So if this is a situation that they'd have to wait for and commit to, like it would be a commitment, like it would be, you know, work, or it would take time, right? It would take time and dedication, right? Like it would take a certain amount of dedication to make this thing work. And this person is not willing to dedicate to that. They're not willing to wait for it. And they are basically, and it's like I said, it's coming from a place of woundedness and fear. I mean, truly, and it's, you know, and I honestly, I have a lot of compassion for that, and I understand where this kind of behavior comes from, but you can understand without agreeing, right? It's like, I'm not saying that it's your choice, whatever you want to do, right? Like, if you don't want to wait or dedicate yourself to something, then don't do it if that's not what you want to do, right? But what I'm saying here is that it's the deceptive behavior and the kind of like, I'm just saying that if something is important to you, then you would be willing to do what it takes. But it's not that it's not important to you. I just don't think that, I mean, I just think this person is just not, in a lot of ways, like I really have to be honest here though, is that this is like unhealed stuff that's now affecting other people. Like if you're in communication or connection with somebody like who's behaving in this way, then like that's impactful in a way that's not like, okay, we're seeing the Nine of Swords, the Sun card in reverse, like that's causing somebody, you know, disappointment or unhappiness, okay? But this is the deal. It's Pluto retrograde, okay? Pluto is bringing up old things to be looked at and dealt with, right? Decided upon. So it's with the Judgment card, like making a judgment call. So it's not like it's just dredging up this old shit for no reason, right? Like all this is coming up so that you can make a decision about it, where that it's like, are you willing to dedicate yourself to this situation or be patient for it? And maybe this goes for both parties. Who knows? This could be both people. So then just deciding, okay, never mind. Let me move in another direction. So this is a time of decision making, okay? And with that, the Two of Swords that came out in reverse earlier, that's about making decisions. Queen of Cups in reverse. So somebody may be kind of getting out of touch with their compassion, right? And with their love, with their energy, right? Like their emotional energy, especially with that Ace of Cups that came out in reverse. Yeah, that's the feeling that I was getting here, is that, like I said, it's like just trying to boil it down, keep it surface level, work through the ego. It's just sexual, right? You know what I mean? And then if I don't get the sex fast enough, basically, then, you know, yeah. Eight of Cups in reverse, okay? So this is a delay in walking away from something. This could be like a stopping for a moment to look over your shoulder, you know, taking a second look at something, you know, considering like second chances. This could also be basically like, yeah, it's like that one last look over your shoulder. Give it one last shot, one last opportunity. It's like not necessarily taking the leap, like this is just the moment of consideration, right? Thank you, Spirit. Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is talking about clarity and communication and truth, honesty, okay? And honesty is important no matter what, okay? With the Seven of Swords, it's like regardless of what your reason is, right? Your reason may be just bluntly, I don't have the energy to put in the work for this, and I don't have it in me to be patient and wait on my own, right? Or if your reason is because of, you know, defensiveness and self-preservation, right? Because you're like, I can't get into anything serious right now, you know? You're not able to do that. Like, that's, I'm not saying any of these reasons are invalid. I actually think all these reasons are valid. Everybody's reason for wanting what they want is valid, okay? The part that is not okay, basically, I don't know how else to put it, to be nice, you know? What's not okay is the dishonesty about that. And here's the deal. A lot of times we want to protect ourselves so we don't give the whole truth, or we are not as vulnerable as we would like to be. And basically, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting bombarded a little bit here. So sometimes, like I said, we might not be as honest as we want to be because we will be like being too vulnerable. And especially if we've been hurt when we are honest before, then it's really hard to be honest again. It's like once bitten, twice shy is like the idiom I'm getting. And so it's almost like when you end up in that kind of place, right? Sorry, I'm feeling like some energy kind of like bombarding me right now. I apologize, guys. Basically, what I'm trying to say, guys, is that sometimes you can hide yourself to protect yourself, but at the end of the day, you're actually doing yourself a disservice because you're suppressing who you really are. So if you want to protect your well-being and protect yourself, being honest is one of the best first things to start doing, is to be honest about how you feel, because then you're honoring yourself and you're taking yourself seriously enough to say, like, what I'm feeling is valid and I should be able to share that regardless, and just not be afraid of someone else's reaction, right? Because if you're afraid of telling someone, look, I don't think that I have it in me to dedicate myself to this, I don't think I have the patience for this, you know what I mean? And you know, I think I'm going to go in a different direction. Like, that's just being direct and honest about how you feel, you know? And like, that's okay. You can do that. Just don't be deceptive and sneak away into the night and not say anything. Like, don't ghost somebody just because you're not sure how to say the truth. I mean, if that's your truth and that's how you really feel, but maybe it's because you're on the fence, right? You're like taking one last second and you're like, I don't know. I am considering it. I am looking at it. I don't know. And that's honestly a really beautiful moment to be in. Being not stagnant in indecision. It's like being open to the possibilities, being willing to let something play out and see, right? Without giving too much of yourself, right? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but it's also the most reliable, okay? It is the most stable knight in the deck. Very abundant as well. A lot of times people will compare knights and just be like, well, think about the Knight of Wands, like we talked about earlier, right? Okay, think about the Knight of Swords. Sometimes can be a very brutal communicator, right? Knight of Wands is too passionate. And the Knight of Cups is very romantic and very loving. The Knight of Cups is great, but it's all emotion. There's not a whole lot of practicality. I mean, love conquers all, right? So, like, if you've got love, you can work with circumstance. But Knight of Pentacles is like, this is something that's stable, and love can grow from that, right? And I will also say, I don't want to say like love doesn't last forever, because that's a pretty shitty thing to say, but I just mean love can be fleeting, right? Like, but tangible, like investment through action, right? Feelings can be fleeting, but action makes impact, right? Like, feelings make impact, but I just mean that if you are, how do I put this? If you just say a whole lot of things, but you don't really do anything to back it up, then it's like your actions don't match your words. So there needs to be like some practicality. So what I'm trying to say is the Knight of Pentacles is a great night to be coming in here. And I'm just saying it because, you know, we're talking about somebody feeling like time and hard work is like that they might not be willing to do that, right? And the Knight of Pentacles coming in is kind of like somebody is, or could be. Okay, any other messages? King of Swords in reverse. I'm sorry. This is Aquarius energy, air sign energy, right? Gemini and Libra as well. But I always see the King of Swords as Aquarius energy. Because, you know, Libra is justice, and Gemini is the lovers, and the star is actually Aquarius, but I don't know why I always see it that way. But so King of Swords in reverse, okay, kind of mirroring the Seven of Swords here, right? Like they're feet to feet here in this way, the way that it came out. And it's funny, like even the ground is pink and white in both of these cards, and you've got the swords. So yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at this, and it's like this is what, in my opinion, what I'm seeing here. Look, this is kind of bumming me out. I'm not gonna lie here, but we gotta read what's coming out. We got the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is talking about. Okay, so what the Six of Wands in the upright means, I'll just give you a quick rundown, is like success, triumph. You can see that this person is like coming back to the village after completing a quest, I don't know, but they're coming back and there's people in the background and everybody's like heralding them and giving them accolades, and it's like, you know, good job, you did the thing, right? Some kind of achievement and success and public recognition. Okay, so that coming out in the reverse is telling me that, like, basically the opposite of that. You know what I mean? Which can hurt. When you fail at something, or something goes wrong, or, you know, people are disappointed in you, or even being publicly shamed, right? Rather than publicly acknowledged and praised. So it's the opposite of that. And so if you've ever felt that way, then you know that it can be really painful. So this is where I'm starting to get this connection, okay? This connection between this person feeling protective of themselves, right? And feeling like I said, coming from this place of not wanting to get too deep, and also just being straight up wounded from whatever fucking has happened, right? I mean, the Wounded Warrior card came out. That's why I'm looking at it. I mean, that's why I'm saying that too. And the Four of Swords was one of the first cards we saw, right? So this is like this person is in a state of healing, and they are not necessarily, I feel like, ready to be like stepping up to the plate just this moment, right? That's what I'm getting here. Someone is just not ready to do all that right now. And I'm not saying that they should sneak away from it, though, either. I think they should just be honest. And I feel like, you know, maybe they have a hard time voicing, right, with this King of Swords in reverse. Because the King of Swords is a, you know, somebody who communicates very clearly, is very sure of how they feel and what they think, right? Like their opinions, very, very sure of that. And, you know, also, like I said, just really clear, kind of can be brutal communicators also, but they just don't take any bullshit, right? This is the type of person who doesn't take any bullshit. And so this being in the reverse is kind of feeling like someone who is having a hard time speaking their truth, okay? And it can have to do with, like I said, whatever else has gone on, right? It makes sense. Okay, any other messages, Spirit? Thank you so much. Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, right. So somebody here this is feeling like two different energies here, like pretty distinctly, but it also could be connected to, because it makes sense in the reading as well for this same person, but also just getting out of touch with your compassion or your emotions, right? And like your love, like that's like the energy that flows from you, from your heart, basically. I feel like a Care Bear right now, but like I'm being serious. I mean, because love is not just romantic, and love is not just, you know, like there's a lot of ways to love, and you can love experiences, you can love animals, you can love being alive, like you love doing stuff, like you know what I mean? Love is just like reverence and appreciation, and you know, it's a feeling that happens when you're, I think, basically engaged in things that are good for you, right? Or how do I explain that? Yeah, I would say that. I think that's pretty fair. Somewhat, okay, but you can love things that are not good for you, so never mind. I guess it's more like, because I don't know if it is, how do I explain it? Okay, it's just too complicated. Love is a strange thing. How about that? I'll just put it that way. Love is strange. Let's move on. So we've got the Magician card here. The Magician card is telling me that that these people, okay, right, have the power to manifest, right? Sorry, I'm just peeking the energy here. Interesting. Okay, so this situation could go in different directions here. This Magician card is telling me that these people actually have the power to make decisions within this situation to impact it, right? And steer it in whatever direction is what I'm getting here. So the Magician is just really bringing back in like that basically y'all have everything you need in order to navigate the situation, to make decisions, to, you know, to basically, like, Sun card in reverse again, right? It's like almost like you have the power to, you know, make it one way or make it another. Justice card in reverse. Okay, so this is where I start to get a little frustrated, right? Is this situation fair? Is it just? Is it? Is it fair? Right? If someone's acting deceptive, even if it's just to conceal how they're really feeling or to conceal their intentions or whatever it is because they like want a certain outcome, you know, or because they don't have the patience or dedication, right? I don't know. Like I said, it's, if that's where you're at, that's where you're at, okay? And that's fine. I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of, right? Don't say what you think other people want to hear. Just be honest. You know what I mean? And then you'd probably be surprised that people would, you know what I mean? Like, be able to just make better decisions for themselves if they know where you're at, like, with all honesty. Because you shouldn't be worried about, see, Wheel of Fortune. See? Because we're moving in the right direction here, okay? I think I'm getting to something here. And I think that it's important. And this Wheel of Fortune is saying also, I'm going to pull it out, actually. Because what I'm feeling here is that it's saying that this can turn in a good direction. This can turn in a positive direction, or it's just gonna turn anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's basically the wheel. Oh my God! I literally just got that. Is so dumb. Is that a Journey song? No. No, that's The Wheel in the Sky Keeps on Turning, which is, I hate that song so much, but no. I'm sorry, you hear something enough, you're just gonna get sick of it, but, radio music is what I call it. But, so yeah, that song, but no, there's another one that it's like, I don't know, that's Creedence Clearwater Revival. I'm sorry, but that was, what, Big Wheels Keep on Turning. Wait, Rolling on a River? Is that Creedence Clearwater Revival? I don't fucking know, guys. It doesn't matter. The wheel keeps on turning is the point. The point I'm trying to make is that, y'all, it's just, the wheel keeps on turning anyway, so there's no reason to... 9 of Pentacles in the upright, y'all. So, like, we need to learn how to be stable on our own, and, you know, if... Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so we're starting to get somewhere here, right? Is like, let's shift this energy, because I just feel like we don't need to be getting into our, you know, this let's not make this unfair, right? Let's not make this an injustice again, right? Like, because you saw the 6 of Cups come out in reverse, so that's like, you know what I mean? Somebody that you may have a you know, I don't know, bad past with or something. You might as well communicate honestly, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because you keep getting the Knight of Swords, too. It won't go away. I've seen it so many times now. Oh, 8 of Swords in reverse. So, that's about coming unstuck. Huh. I don't know. I just got something like, is something breaking loose here? Like, not like a wild animal. I mean, like, when I say breaking loose, I mean, like, a blockage, right? Or like something that's, you know, been stuck. I can't even make this shit up, guys. Like, I really can't. And this is why I love tarot. So, whatever's been stuck, it's almost like something that's been like wedged, or like, I almost am getting like calcified, or like, I don't know why I'm getting this visual of like mineral buildup in the body, which is just so weird. I don't know. It's not weird. It's not impossible, but it's just strange to be thinking of. But it's almost like crystallized. That's the word that I'm trying to get to. It's like something that has been energetically crystallized, which, believe it or not, that fucking happens. Because when we get wounded in a place, like, I feel like our energy try to galvanize it almost. Does that make sense? Where it's like, we have to heal it, but it needs to be protected while it heals. And then sometimes that protection can become so intense that we don't get the opportunity to trust again, right, in that area, okay, right? And that could be trusting anything, guys, not even just trusting other people, but just like trusting yourself, trusting the universe, right? And when I say the universe, I just mean life, this life experience, trusting everything that's outside of your control, like being able to actually relax your body and actually relax your energy enough to be able to like basically loosen your grip on that wound, right? I mean, that's basically how I look at it, guys. And I'm saying this from like personal experience, like Ace of Swords, right? I'm speaking my truth here, you know, that basically we hold on to that, and not because we're trying to hold on to that bad feeling, not at all. It's really because we're trying to protect around that bad feeling, you know, right? Because we're not trying to keep the bad feeling there, but we just recognize that as being a wound within ourselves. We have an energetic body. We get energetic wounds. It's a very real thing. There's even some science behind it, but don't quote me on that. But I do know that there's science behind heartache and heartbreak. That's very real. Okay, so I think that's fucking plenty for me. You know what I mean? So it's a physical experience as well, guys. But basically what I'm saying is we try and protect that part of ourselves. It's very natural. It happens almost just on its own. But the part that needs coaxing, right, is the part that we would typically get if we are in community, in, you know, healthy partnership, in, you know, healthy relationships and, you know, circles, right? Like our family, our friends, you know, support systems, basically, right? Like those, and we would have like healing ceremonies. We would have grieving ceremonies. Like there would be people there for us to be able to relax completely enough to be healed in those areas, right? And part of that healing is opening that up and letting, you know, some sunlight in. It's really difficult when, you know, I mean, you can create that safety within yourself and by yourself, right? When you're alone. But I know sometimes it can be really deep and really painful where it's like, I'm afraid if I open the floodgates, you know what I mean? Then I'm going to be like down and out, and I just don't have the ability to do that. You know what I mean? Like I have to maintain my life. And so there's a lot of fear around that when you've held back for so long, right? And I don't know why I'm getting all this, guys, because I feel like I said, that energy's crystallized, and I feel like something is shaken loose. That's what I was getting. That's what it was, is that this area, it's almost like something is coaxing this part of you to open up. You know what I mean? This part of this person, right? Maybe for both people involved, because this is feeling distinctly like two people. But what I'm getting is like something is I feel like coaxing that I don't know why I'm getting this. It's just, and it's something is breaking loose here. Something that's been stuck. Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah. This is almost like, it's like letting down your defenses, right? It's like letting down that, kind of like letting up on the fight, right? That's almost what it's like. It's like letting it go, letting that fight go. Feels like surrendering. That's what it feels like. It's almost like, okay, I can't fight this feeling anymore. It's also the energy I'm getting. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. But it is. It's like, and it's whatever feeling it is. It's not just like in a romantic way. You know, I feel like that might be sparking it. Four of Pentacles. What did I say about surrendering? It's about letting go of what you've been holding on to, right? We hold on to our pentacles in order to protect ourselves, right? Because we don't want to lose what we have. We're afraid of the Five of Pentacles, basically, which is, you know, the card of poverty, essentially. So it's like this coming out in reverse is you're almost like, okay. You're like, I can't hold on to this anymore because it's actually, because I would, how do I explain it? It's almost like you can't hold on to it anymore. Like I was saying, okay, the wheel is going to turn anyway. And something is being opened up here. Something is becoming apparent. Okay, this situation is actually revealing a lot with that Ace of Swords that came out, right? Clarity, speaking one's truth, figuring out one's truth, right? How do I actually feel, right? And there's something really beautiful about that. It is like surrendering, but it's more like, it's almost when you say I give up, is like when you actually, it's like when everything gets set straight. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like when we try, it's almost like how people say like don't try. But it's not like don't try though, because some people use that weirdly. But I just mean it's more like you've been doing, whoever this reading is for, you've been doing, I should say, like, you know, sorry, I'm just trying to think of the best way to word that, because it's like, you know, because this is a reading for anybody, so this is for whoever needs it, but I'm also reading for somebody, like, it could be somebody, like, you may not necessarily be this person, but you're learning about this person through this reading. Does that make sense? But I'm kind of talking to them. I'm sorry, I hope that's not confusing, y'all. I'm just channeling the message, but basically it's like, I don't want to lose my train of thought here. It's a lot, but I'm here for it. My heart's open to it. We're here. So it feels like let's just get another message. I'm like, I don't want to get too hardcore. Okay, so yes. Okay. So look, this is what I'm getting at, is that you're realizing what your truth is, okay? But you're also learning about yourself through this moment, through this experience. Like I said, the wheel is going to turn anyway, so it's almost like you can't keep going the way that you've been going, because it's actually too much effort even. Like, you think that it's easier to just sneak away, but like the amount of repression and like and the amount of kind of like avoidance and like I said, oppression, like suppression of your feelings that it takes is actually too much for you to bear either. So it's almost like the wheel's gonna turn anyway. This is like that moment, like I said, when you're like looking over your shoulder and just thinking twice about it, and then you decide to, you know, leave, right? You decide to walk away, start something new elsewhere, right? But doing so in a deceptive way, but it's almost like in that way you're almost letting go completely. Wow. So it's almost like, look, you got the Nine of Wands coming out again as well, okay? We already talked about this. So this and the Ten of Cups in reverse coming out together, here's what it feels like to me, y'all, is that, this defensiveness and this woundedness is actually preventing this. And I hate to tell you guys that. Like, I really do hate to say things like that, because it bums me out. First off, because, and I'm not saying it bums me out and like watering it down. What I'm saying is that it hurts my heart, because I understand this. You know what I mean? I understand this, and it breaks my heart because I know so many people who experience this, right? And it's like, you don't want to sabotage yourself anymore with that Five of Swords in reverse. So it's like, this is kind of the energy, is like, I am, you know, defending myself, and I'm, you know what I mean? I'm determined to stay standing up, right? But the Nine of Wands also comes before the Ten of Wands, right? Which is carrying a heavy load. But the Ten of Wands is about completion, because basically once you're at the Ten of Wands, there's nowhere else to go but, you know, back around to the beginning again, which is the Ace of Wands, right? At least I'm pretty sure. At least that's how I would think about it, if we're talking about just in the Wands suit, right? That's how I would think about it, is it goes back to the Ace, and the Ace is the, you know, the beginning, right? Or it could be, we could think about it as the Page, maybe. Even that means new beginning. So basically, here's what I'm saying, y'all, is that this wheel, I swear, the Wheel of Fortune coming out is actually very fortunate, because here's what I think, is that regardless of what you decide to do, okay, it's always your choice, y'all. It's always your choice. And, you know, I'm here to support you guys. And even if you decide to walk away from something, even if it is because you're afraid, or because you aren't ready for it, you don't have the energy for it, or, you know, maybe you just literally don't have the patience, or like, it's your choice, okay? Seriously. But I do think that it will cause you to look at why you're walking away from it. Because here's the thing, is that we discover our truth through activation, right? So this is what I'm getting, is this situation is actually giving you an opportunity. This is an opportunity to look at how you actually feel, because it wouldn't necessarily be coming up in this way if it wasn't a viable option, like happening in front of you, right? If it wasn't something that you could choose between, yes or no, right? So this is actually just a placement check, right? Not a placement check. Like, you get what I'm saying? Is that it's a, I should almost say a placement test even, but it's really just to see where you're at. Like, this is an experience that's actually showing you where you're at, you know? And you're going to have to face that, because you may very well make this decision. And if you do, like I said, the wheel's going to turn no matter what. I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to turn like, you know, that it'll be better or worse, because that's subjective and it's up to you. But I'm saying that it will change. And, you know, I feel like basically you letting go and you releasing, surrender, right? And finally allow this wound to be, to relax enough in order to soften, right? Like that's what I'm getting, is it's being like coaxed and softened to a place of being able to open up and actually let some air in and let some light in, and something breaking loose and kind of like being, you know, basically moved through the body, like flushed through the body. So that's what I'm getting, okay? So I think that this situation is actually like in a way could be yet again another catalyst, because like I said, this could have already been with somebody where that there was some past history between these people, right? And if so, then, you know, this could be kind of like a second go round, like we were seeing with the Eight of Cups, like, do I walk away or not, you know? And the Two of Swords. So this could have been a situation where that the Moon card in reverse, yeah, it's things are revealed. That's what this really means, is that things have been revealed, and the subconscious has come to the surface, right? Probably to be spoken, right? Like somebody here, I think, is having a hard time communicating how they feel, and somebody else see relinquishing control with the Emperor card in reverse. Like, yeah, like letting go, and it's almost like let go and let God, people say, whatever. But, you know, just like letting go, letting it be what it is. Ace of Cups. See, because I feel like when you do that, that's coming from a place of love, because you're doing it for the love of yourself, and, you know, maybe even just, this is just about, y'all, like I said before, love is not always just romantic, okay? And I hope that you say that you love, you know, the people that you love, right? Like this is the deal, is speaking that love. And that's the thing, is that this Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like having a hard time saying how they're feeling, and the King of Swords is like having a hard time speaking their truth. So then it's like these people are, you know, I feel like not communicating clearly because of defensiveness, because of prior wounding. Like, oh my God, y'all, I'm sorry, this is so funny. But the Ace of Cups here is talking about like that healing love that comes from somewhere else, right? Spirit wanted me to look at this card. The Lovers, are you kidding me? Oh my God. Guys. Yeah, and I put it down right in between the two of them. So look, guys. I'm literally looking at these two cards, and I'm going to show you exactly the way they're coming out. You see the Nine of Wands looking up at the Seven of Swords. Do you see these two characters? There might be some resentment, right, is what I'm getting. This might be coming from a place of woundedness, right? At whoever snuck away. Basically, I mean, whoever deceptively exited stage right? Or who is thinking about doing that, is doing that actively, you know, in their energy. It's like, it's almost just, how can we trust each other if we don't trust each other? Basically. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what's happening here. It's almost like, it's really heartbreaking, to be honest with you. This is just a situation, you know? I mean, and here's the deal, is that this is what what I want to get across here real quick, guys, is that I'm not trying to say here that, that this is right or wrong. We did see the Justice card come out in reverse a couple times, though. And when I saw that, it made me just think, like, yeah, is this situation fair? Is it okay what's happening right now? I can understand it, but does that mean I agree with it? Like, one party is afraid to commit and dedicate themselves to this and be patient and take that time. It's almost like I'm seeing these two parties now, like, split in two. And that's so crazy with the Lovers, because the Lovers is also seen as like the twin flame card. And basically twin flames mirror each other, you know, but they also are, like I said, split in two is kind of like the energy that I got, which is this angel like just has their hands over their heart, and it's almost like feeling like your heart is ripped in half. Like, I know it sounds really brutal, but I just mean like really, like, I think this is why I'm feeling like a lot of heartache, and I'm also just like feeling that just everything that I've been expressing to you guys, I'm like feeling all of it, you know? So what I'm trying to say is like, I'm seeing this as two separate people. So we have the Queen of Cups over here and the King of Swords over here. On this side, there's fear of dedication and somewhat maybe impatience or not wanting to wait. Or kind of, you know, maybe this could have been a long time coming, right? And so on this side, they have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups in reverse. And so I'm seeing almost like okay, do you hear, okay, I almost said, do you hear what I'm saying? I'm not even saying anything yet. I'm sorry, guys. What I am feeling from this more than anything is this is what this person stands to lose, or this is really their intention. Like, this is what this person wants, I feel like. And this is what will inevitably be the outcome, right? And I don't mean for this person their entire life, okay? I just mean in this situation, that this would be the outcome is the Ten of Cups in reverse, right? Which is, you know what I mean? Happy home. This is like ultimate wish fulfillment, you know what I mean? Kind of like, yeah, having it all, having the family, having, you know, a home, right? Happiness, all that. So that's what I feel like this person on this side is letting go of, you know, in this situation. And this person over here, it's almost like they're letting go of, well, they're letting go of their pain too, but this is a mutual energy between you guys, is the Nine of Wands. That's the mutual energy, okay? And the Nine of Wands is this woundedness. You're both wounded, okay? And this is almost like letting go of the ego, right? Because the Four of Pentacles is seen as the miser of the tarot, like very stingy, or like very, like, I don't want to say selfish, but like in a way, but more so is like afraid to lose what they have, right? You know, holds on to material possessions, like sees material wealth as being like a form of, you know, like a security blanket almost, basically, you know? So I feel like that's kind of like what this person, in a way, that's kind of their intention. That's kind of what they want. You know what I mean? Is for themselves to be secure, right? That's what I'm getting. And, you know, I mean, there's no shame in that, but I feel like that's coming from a place of, like I was saying before, it's like letting go of that because that's coming from a place of self-preservation for survival. We do that naturally when we are in states of, you know, I almost said peril, but yeah, peril, but also not just that, but when we're in states of, how do I put that? I don't want to say just survival mode, but we usually go into survival mode when we're in danger, right? That's basically what I was trying to say, is that this is more so about potentially being, you know, where that you went into this mode, this person went into this mode in order to protect themselves, and so this is what they're letting go of. This is what they kind of stand to lose in the situation, is this bit of potential security. Because this person is being somewhat deceptive, and that, you know what I mean? Who knows about what? Okay, like I said, it could just be masking their true emotions, could be a whole series of other things, right? There's just deception on this person's end. That's just the way that it is right now. And there's a little bit of, you know, other things on this person's end. It's not like anybody here is better or worse than the other, but, you know, because like I said, we all have our reasons, and so I can understand it. It doesn't mean I agree with it. I just understand it, right? So this is called like sympathizing, empathizing, okay? But the Fool card, it's like this person wants to move in a new direction and, you know, have a fresh start in their life, you know? And that's, I mean, there's not, I can't argue with that, right? It's just the way in which that this person is going to do it, I don't feel is very fair to this other person. And I feel like this person is already wounded, and it's kind of like, you know what I mean? I just don't think that that's very cool. Especially because I'm seeing like this Lovers card coming out. It's almost like these two people are really, I'm just hearing a lot right now, but these two people are like really bound. They're bound together in a way. Okay, and on this person's side, the last card that I wanted to discuss was the Knight of Pentacles. So basically, I feel like this person is gaining stability in their life. And like I said, on this side, the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So this person, I feel like, even if this feels like the way the situation is going, like it doesn't necessarily feel like, you know, this is what's happening now and it could go in a different direction. Yes, always. Like we saw that with the Magician card and stuff, and that energy did come through. Like you guys have the power to make choices, but this just seems like what's happening because this is just the truth of how you're feeling. And if this is the truth of how people are feeling, then it's better, you know, to be honest, right? I have an ant crawling on my table. It's crawling all over the Seven of Wands, right? As I said, be honest. And I think that if both parties were honest, then it just would be a much more, it would just be a much healthier separation. It'd be a much healthier, like less painful experience. Like if both parties could just be honest, like, hey, you know what I mean? Like I have my reservations about this. I have my reservations about dedicating myself to this and committing to this. You know what I mean? And I've been waiting a long time, or I don't know if I can wait it out for this situation to become like what it is that I am really dreaming of, right? Like what I really want, you know? And on this person's side, it's like, you know, if what it is that they want is just to be okay, you know, within themselves and to have what they need and be safe, and that's their biggest concern, like there's not anything wrong with that. That's what I'm getting at here, is like whatever it is that you need or you want, you desire, or you know what I mean, is just to be just like good on your own, and not like on your own like alone, you know, but just like not like, it's almost like I said, it's almost like, okay, here's what I'm getting. This person is having to let go of this dream, okay? This person is having to let go of this dream, this vision, you could call it, this, you know, whatever it is, and it's just letting go of, it's honestly breaking my heart right now, this energy is, but what, it's like, not just letting go of it with this person, okay? It's just letting go of it in general. Because, and it's like, I'm literally like about to cry out. Basically what I'm getting is that this has been a long time coming, and I think this person is emotionally drained. And they're having to let that go, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune is turning in this person's favor, in my opinion, from what I'm feeling from it, is that this means that things are going to continue to change for this person. And on this side, it's the same thing with the Fool card. Things are going to change for this person, and what they're letting go of is their, basically their, how do I put this? Their tight grip, right? This person is letting go of the tight grip that they have on their idea of security. And it could even be, we're talking about like ego stuff too, with this Seven of Swords. The mask that they wear, the things they put in front of their heart in order to protect it. Mutual energy, the Lovers, and the Nine of Wands. This person, I feel like, you know, needs to learn how to speak their truth and to allow themselves to be healed. Both parties do. So that's what I've got for you guys. I love you guys, and I really wish this, you know, situation well, the people in this situation as well. You know, much love to everybody. Please honor yourselves, do what you need to do. You know, it's never easy, but it is worth it to understand ourselves and each other and attempt to, you know, do what's best for ourselves, take care of ourselves, you know, move forward in life in whatever way, especially if something is like dislodging this like blockage, you know, then this is a catalytic situation. Basically, this is a catalytic experience, okay, as in like it is, you know, creating change and movement within the energy field within the body, right? And these wounds coming up and resurfacing, right? We saw the Judgment card before. So that's what I'm seeing, guys. I just I don't know, I gotta end the reading here, but I appreciate you all, and I hope that this reading helped. Honestly, like, I feel like it honestly helped me without getting into my personal life, but like I just think that we really could stand to try and understand each other better, and also be more honest about our feelings, so that we can really, you know, have open and honest dialogue, no matter what that leads to, but at least it's open and it's honest, you know. And I think that's important. So anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, or subscribe before you leave here. I really do appreciate it. It's a free and easy way to help support me and my channel. If you did want to drop me a donation, those links are in the description box below. I appreciate you guys. Also, if you need a dream interpretation, I do have my contact info in the description box as well, so you can hit me up there. And yeah, that's it, guys. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again next time.